mountain for Westminster. First pitch just a bit high for a ball. First pitch at 12:59 p.m. 59 degrees, your game time temperature on a gloomy afternoon. Piper set in the circle. Kicks and fires. Check swung, but went the whole way around is Robeck, even up the count 1-1. Tyler Aaron alongside Brett Gambita. We'll run through starting lineups here in a moment and the defensive alignment for Westminster. 1-1 pitch comes down and swung on and missed by Robeck for a strike. 1-2 now the count. Cheyenne Piper, 14-3 record, 113 2/3 innings pitched. Up 79 hits, 91 strikeouts. Fires down the 1-2 just outside for a ball.
And Tyler, she threw a complete perfect game the other day.
Yeah, she did. A feat that is really hard to do in a 10-0 win against the Teal Tomcats. 2-2 pitch comes in and hits Robeck. She will be awarded first base. And just like that, Waynesburg's got the leadoff man aboard. Bring up Jamie Kelly. Riley Robeck bats first, followed by Jamie Kelly. Mesa Heitman on deck. At the cleanup spot, Tori Faust. Braylee Corbin bats fifth. Bryn Charneski bats sixth. Lauren Seppi bats seventh. Cassidy Trimble bats eighth. And then Grayson Grubbs bats ninth. First pitch swung on and missed by Kelly. 0-1 the count.
Slight change in the Waynesburg lineup. Usually we see Braylee Corbin in that 4 spot. But with Tori Faust's home run on Thursday against Penn State Barron, it gets her moved up a few spots in the order.
0-1 pitch just high above the letters. Waynesburg wearing orange uniforms with gray pants and orange socks. Says jackets across the chest. Here's the 1-1 from Piper. This one skied in the air. This one's going to stay in the infield. Morgan O'Brien will come over and make the catch for the first out of the game. Leah Taliani out in left field for Westminster. At center field, Sam Levac. Kelly Troop over in right field. Over at third base, Kylie Anthony. Ava Carpa at shortstop. Morgan O'Brien at second. And Lily Jordan at first. Faith Jones behind the plate for Westminster. And Cheyenne Piper on in the circle. First pitch called a strike to Mesa Heitman. Have Robeck still on first base. 0-0 top half of the first, game one of today's doubleheader between Westminster and Waynesburg. A 1 pitch swung on and missed by Heitman. 0-2 now the count.
A couple of milestones reached in the last game for Mesa Heitman. She breaks the Waynesburg single-season hit record with 55, and she picked up her 100th career hit. Just a sophomore.
0-2 pitch. Just outside of the zone. Now 1-2 the count. Waynesburg bats a team batting average of .329. That's good enough for 6th in the President's Athletic Conference. Their hand for Westminster. They strike out 7.8 batters a game. And Heitman goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. First strikeout on the day for Piper. 2 outs here now in the top of the first.
It's rare to see Heitman go down like that, but against a pitcher the caliber of Cheyenne Piper, it's going to be tough to scratch runs across today. And I'm expecting a low-scoring pitching duel. I mean, we see Morgan Wald on the other side. Her ERA almost just as low as Cheyenne Piper. This could be a 1-0, 2-0 type of game.
First pitch fouled on back to the backstop by Faust. It's only the second time all season that Heitman has struck out. Count is 0-1 to Faust. Robeck still on first for Waynesburg. Piper set, fires down low 1. This one fouled back again by Faust. 0-2 now the count.
Serving as the designated player here in game 1. We could see her behind the dish catching game 2. Braylee Corbin, though, doing those duties for Waynesburg here in game 1.
Yeah. Corbin is on the on-deck circle here as well. She has the catcher's gear on just in case. Faust hit her first home run on the season back on Thursday against Penn State Barron. She watches the 0-2 pitch go outside for a ball, make it a 1-2 count.
Yeah, Waynesburg earned a split in the non-conference matchup on Thursday. A little late for a non-conference matchup at that point in the season, but it gets your players some experience against a good team, too, because Barron leads their conference.
1-2 count to Faust, batting .277. From the circle, high, Robeck goes to second, and she is safe. Robeck steals second base and into scoring position. That's her third stolen base on the year, and now a chance for Waynesburg to get the first run of the game. It's a 2-2 count to Faust with 2 outs. The 2-2 from the belt. Up high, ball 3. Count will run full. Full count to Tori Faust. She has walked 6 times so far, has only struck out once. Here's the 3-2. Foul on back. Faust has appeared in 30 games this season. 83 at-bats. She's recorded 23 hits, .277 batting average. Scored 9 times, has 11 RBIs. Robeck on second, 0-0. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Faust is retired for the third out of the inning. Robeck is stranded on second. And we still remain at a 0-0 game here after the top half of the first inning. Waynesburg will now take the field, starting out at left field, Mesa Heitman. Center field, Cassidy Trimble. Lauren Seppi over in right field. Grayson Grubbs at third base. Jamie Kelly at shortstop. Bryn Charneski at second base. Riley Robeck at first. Braylee Corbin behind the plate. And Morgan Walt, today's starting pitcher. 9-0 record. 56 and 2/3 of an innings pitched. 55 hits, 21 strikeouts, 9 walks in 7 games started. A 2.10 ERA for Morgan Walt.
One of the surprises of the season, Tyler. I mean, we went down to Myrtle Beach. She was primarily playing designated player or in the outfield. We come back, first couple conference doubleheaders, she's still playing in the outfield. They decided to give her a start on the mound again, or in the circle, I should say, against a non-conference opponent, Pitt Johnstown. And from there, she threw a complete game, and it's just been all business ever since. That Coach Brunson kept turning back to her, and she kept delivering, and now a 9-0 record on the year.
And you take a look at the starting lineup for Westminster College in their batting order. Faith Jones kicks things off, followed by Kylie Anthony and Morgan O'Brien, your 1, 2, 3. All due up to bat here in the bottom half of the first. Lily Jordan bats at the cleanup spot, batting 5th. Ava Carpa. Sophia Ortiz, the designated player, will bat 6th. Leah Taliani will bat 7th. Sam Levick will bat 8th, and batting 9th is Kelly Troop. And Brett, I pointed this out earlier in the broadcast. Just a cool thing is the 7-8-9 for Westminster's batting order is left field, center field, right field. So it's pretty much reading left to right.
I don't think it's like that the whole way down, though, because I don't think Cheyenne Piper is batting. So she will not be batting leadoff. It's Faith Jones instead.
Faith Jones steps up to bat, .410 batting average. Kick things off in the bottom half of the first for Westminster. 0-0 our score here from Westminster College. First pitch high and away for a ball. And time is called. Seems some type of miscommunication going on the Waynesburg dugout. Something might be messed up with Walt's wristband, maybe? Tough to call, but it's a 1-0 count to Faith Jones. 1-0 pitch called a strike. Jones watches it go by the whole way. Faith Jones right down the road from Vollant, Pennsylvania. About a 5-minute drive from Westminster College. had to drive through Volant to get here today. 2-1 count now to Jones. Here's the 2-1. She rips this one out towards right field. It's going to get over the head of Seppi and roll the whole way to the wall. Jones will come into second base where she stands. A leadoff double for Faith Jones.
So each team has their leadoff runner aboard. Westminster picks up the first hit of the game.
It was a bullet. Went right over Seppi's head over in right field. And now a chance for Kylie Anthony to potentially bring in her 20th RBI. She shows bunt, pulls back, and pitch comes down low for a ball. .396 batting average for Anthony. Has 19 RBIs on the season. Jones on second. 1-0 pitch. Fastball outside. 2-0 the count.
Grayson Grubbs, Riley Robeck, corner infielders here, trailing in a little bit as if to expect the bunt.
Anthony shows bunt, pulls back. 2-0 pitch just a bit below the knees. Make it now a 3-0 count. Anthony has walked 3 times. 3-0 pitch called a strike. 3-1 now the count. Anthony in 34 games has hit 32, has 32 hits and 83 at-bats. And this one skips away, throw down to third, not in time as Jones will get over to third base. Anthony gets her for her 4th free pass of the season. Now it's runners on the corners for Morgan O'Brien.
Good heads-up base running from Faith Jones. It's ball 4, but that's not going to stop her from taking off for third, and now it's runners on the corners, no outs.
First pitch, this one hit right back to Walt. Walt will look back at Jones at third and throw over to first for the first out of the inning.
Well, at the very least, if you're O'Brien, you advance the runner from first to second.
So 2 runners now in scoring position. Jones on third, Anthony on second. And the cleanup hitter, Lily Jordan, who leads the team in RBIs with 42. First pitch called a strike, 0-1 the count. Ava Karpa is on deck for Westminster. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball just outside, evens up the count 1-1. Walt from the stretch. This one hit over towards right field to Seppi. That's down for a base hit. Jones will score. Anthony is held up at third. Now she's coming home after a bad throw. Throw to the plate, not in time. RBI single for Lily Jordan gives Westminster the 2-0 lead here in the bottom half of the first.
Yeah, Charneski at second base had a little bit of trouble making the transfer from her glove to her throwing arm, and that's all it takes sometimes to get that second run across.
So Westminster now in front 2-0. First pitch to Karpa is down low and in the dirt for a ball. No pitch by Walt. Called a strike right at the knees. Ends up the count 1-1. Jordan on first. 2-0 Westminster, bottom of the first, one out. Ground ball gets past the glove of Grubbs and into left field for a base hit. Jordan advances to second base on the play, and now 2 runners aboard for Westminster. And the designated player, Sophia Ortiz, coming up the bat.
That one came pretty hard off the bat of Karpa. Just Grubbs not able to get the glove down in time. Tough play to make. Still only 1 away.
First pitch swung on and missed by Ortiz.
1 through 9, this lineup is extremely productive.
Yeah, you take a look at batting averages of the whole batting order for Westminster, and there's a tie between Leah Taliani and Kelly Troop. Both have a 267 batting average.
Yeah, 7 of the 9 hitters are 300 plus.
second best offense for Westminster. This one hit right up the middle for a base hit. Here comes Jordan. She will score. Throws cut off by Walt. Throw back to second, not in time. So Jordan scores on the play to make it now a 3-0 Westminster lead. Carpa advances to second, and Ortiz with the RBI single.
These early runs could be the difference.
One thing with this Westminster offense is you don't want them to get too hot. Second best offense in the President's Athletic Conference. They bat together as a team of 358. A showing bunch, and this one comes in and out of the glove of a diving Braley Corbin. That was close. It barely got any airtime.
Fantastic effort.
Corbin laid out for it, and it went into the glove and just rolled out the top.
To come out of her squat and almost put that one away, I think it just came out as she hit the ground.
Leah Taliani up to bat. 0-1 pitch. She watches it go down low for a ball. Count even up now, 1-1. Still one out here in the bottom half of the first. It was a ground out back to the pitcher by Morgan O'Brien.
Funny enough, their most productive hitter when it comes to average is the one that got the one out.
A 500 batting average for Morgan O'Brien.
She made good contact. She just hit it right back to the pitcher.
1-2 is the count. This was a ground ball to short. Kelly has it. Throw on to third to get the force out. That was Carpa running to third. So now there's 2 outs. Everyone just advances one base. Ortiz to second. And Taliani reaches first on the fielder's choice.
Heads up play there from Kelly to get the lead runner.
Ground ball, a slow roller to second. Charneski has it. Short throw to first in time for the third out of the inning on the first pitch that Sam Levick sees. So 3 runs come across to score off of 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. A 3-0 Westminster lead after 1. And Brent, what does Waynesburg got to do here to get a run across the board? Because Piper's one of the best pitchers in the President's Athletic Conference. She's coming off of a perfect game against the Teal Tomcats earlier this week. What do they got to do to get by her?
Well, it's going to be difficult, that's for sure. We saw a good battle between her and Tori Faust last time in the first inning. Unfortunately, the battle fell Piper's way. A super long at-bat. Faust got a piece of 3 or 4 balls, was fouling them off. I think the key is you just got to make her throw more and more pitches, and hopefully that gives the advantage to the hitter as the at-bat continues.
So it'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters for Waynesburg to kick things off in the top of the second. Braley Corbin, Bryn Charneski, and Lauren Seppi all due up to bat.
I almost feel like Waynesburg is trying to hide Braley Corbin in the 5th spot. 8 home runs on the year, 33 runs batted in.
Well, she just recently got the single season program record for home runs. Hit her 8th home run of the season back earlier in the week.
Number 17, Braley Corbin.
It's against St. Vincent College. But Braley Corbin steps up to bat in the right-hander's batter's box. Watch his first pitch go down for a strike. .398 batting average for Corbin, 8 home runs. Here's the 0-1 from Piper. Swung on and missed. Now 0-2. Corbin looking to get on base early on. Waynesburg trails 3-0. Here's the 0-2. Just misses the outside corner. Goes down for a ball, 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Jones drops it and will just throw it down to first to secure the first out. That is the 3rd strikeout on the day for Piper.
It's some unusual suspects going down via the strikeout here. We almost rarely see Mesa Heitman, Tori Faust, and Braley Corbin strike out. Cheyenne Piper has struck all 3 of them out back to back to back.
That is the 6th time this year that Corbin has struck out. Charneski up the bat. She rips this one foul and out of play down the first baseline. Charneski batting .304. Looking to get the Waynesburg offense started here. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed by Charneski, making now an 0-2 count. Piper has struck out the last 3 Waynesburg batters that she faced. She's looking to make it 4 here. 0-2 is the count on Charneski. Here's the 0-2. High and away for a ball. 1-2 now the count. One away here in the top of the second. Westminster up 3-0 on Waynesburg. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Charneski goes down swinging in the 4th straight batter. Is struck out by Cheyenne Piper.
Right fielder, number 42, Lauren Steppe.
So Lauren Steppe will step in to bat. Nobody on, 2 outs. First pitch swung on and fouled back.
Funny enough, Tyler, about Cheyenne Piper coming from Ligonier Valley. Waynesburg's head coach Chris Brunson used to be the head coach at Mount Pleasant and actually saw Piper in high school a couple times. Now gets to see her here at the collegiate level. Brunson in his 2nd year. So is Piper, the sophomore.
Here's the 0-1. Pitch just high for a ball. Piper thought that one should have been a strike. 1-1 the count, 2 outs, nobody on for Waynesburg. Here's the 1-1 to Seppi. One fouled out of play. 1-2 now the count. Piper looking to strike out the side. Piper comes set. Winds and fires. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Cheyenne Piper, 5 straight strikeouts and strikes out the side. Oh, swinging. Westminster still has the 3-0 lead after 1.5 complete innings. And now Morgan will step back into the circle for Waynesburg.
Well, Westminster sent 8 of its 9 hitters to the plate that inning. So Kelly Trop, the only one that hasn't batted. She'll be leading off before it turns over back to the top. Faith Jones, Kylie Anthony.
It's the 9-1-2 hitters up to bat on a very cloudy afternoon. Thankfully, it's not raining, and thankfully for us, we're underneath a tent, so if it does rain, we're not going to get rained on. So that's always a bonus. Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Here are the final games of the season for the Waynesburg University Yellow Jackets. They currently sit in the 4 spot here in the PAC tournament. They locked up playoff positioning back with their split doubleheader against St. Vincent. So you're just playing for seeding now, as some teams can jump others.
There's big implications here for who gets to host the PAC softball tournament. If Westminster takes at least 1 game today, the PAC softball tournament will be here next Thursday.
And it was here last year, and this was the PAC tournament championship matchup
I think
between these two.
I think it was at Grove City last year.
Oh, was it really? It was 2 years ago.
I think the 3 years leading up to that, though, it was at Westminster, 22, 23, and 24. Grove City just got that new facility.
That's right. 2-0 pitch. Called a strike to Kelly Troop, 2-1 the count. And this is relatively a new facility too. This place was renovated and kind of had a grand reopening back on March 13th, 2021. So it's only a couple years removed from getting a fresh new renovation.
All the athletic fields just about in one area here.
3-1 pitch, called a strike. So count will run full on Kelly Troop. Three-two, nobody out, nobody on. Here's the full count pitch. This one hit out towards left field. Heitman will have to run back for it, and it gets over her head and hits the wall. Troop comes into second standing. It's another leadoff double for Westminster.
Well, if that's any indicator of what's to come, they led off the first with a double and followed that up with 3 runs on 3 more hits.
We'll see what Faith Jones and the Westminster top of the order can do. Jones with their second at bat. Watch his first pitch go up high for a ball. Out of the batting order for Westminster, I think I like Faith Jones' bat the best. It looks like a bomb pop.
I see that.
I think it's cool. It's blue on the bottom, then it's a gradient into white, and then another gradient into red.
It is almost like one of those popsicles.
Summer is almost here.
Don't feel like it today.
Doesn't feel like it today, as temperature now below 60 now, 59 degrees. And it's only supposed to get colder by this evening. It'll be under 50 and into the high 40s.
It was borderline 80 yesterday.
Definitely have some sunburn on me from yesterday. 3-1 now the count to Jones. 1 for 1. She led off the bottom of the first with a double. This one high, ball 4, and this one skips away from Corbin, so Troop will advance over to third base, put runners on the corners for Westminster and for Kylie Anthony.
Same thing we saw in the first inning, Tyler. Second batter draws a walk after the leadoff double. And on that walk, the runner got to third both times.
That is the second walk so far today by Walt. Showing bunt. And pulling back is Anthony. Running and stealing second is Jones. That is her second stolen base of the game.
Uncontested, no throw from Corbin.
1-0 pitch down low into the dirt again, so now 2-0 to Anthony. She walked back in her first plate appearance. Came the whole way around to score Westminster's second run in this 3-0 game. 2-0 pitch. Just high and away, so now 3-0 the count. Pitch just outside again. A 4-pitch walk, and that'll load him up for Morgan O'Brien.
Rarely do you see Walt have this much trouble with a team. We kind of saw it in her last start against St. Vincent. It took her a while to get the final 6 outs. She still picked them up, and she still got the win. Not easy going today. Little mound visit here from one of the assistants, Sydney Wilson, former pitcher here at Waynesburg University.
And quickly recap the bottom half of the second. Troop led things off with a double, followed by back-to-back walks. First to Faith Jones and Kylie Anthony to where we're at to this point. Base is full of Titans. An opportunity for Morgan O'Brien, who has 37 RBIs already, has a chance to really blow things wide open here for Westminster. Only in the bottom half of the second, still nobody out. Westminster batted through 8 batters in the bottom of the first. First pitch by Walt, high and away for a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Walt. Down low again for a ball, 2-0. O'Brien's 0 for 1. She grounded out back to Morgan Walt. Here's the 2-0. High, just above the letters, so now a 3-0 count. Really don't want to walk O'Brien here because you got Lily Jordan on deck. Here's the 3-0. Fastball called a strike. 3-1 the count. Big pitch there by Walt.
I have an all-time broadcast nugget for you. Both the pitcher and batter are named Morgan.
That blows my mind. 3-1 pitch, low, ball 4. That'll walk in a run. That is the third straight walk given up by Walt. So Troop will come in to score and make it now a 4-0 Westminster Titans lead. Jones goes to third, Anthony to second, and O'Brien now sits on first.
Looks like this could be it for Morgan Wall. Head coach Chris Brunson out talking with the umpires about possibly making a change. Saw Presley Meadows warming up earlier for the Yellow Jackets in pregame. We'll see if she's the one they turn to, but yes, that will be it for Walt, and it looks like Presley Meadows will be the one to come in. So an early end to the day for Walt. Can't even pick up an out in the second inning.
As one complete inning pitched. Gave up 5 hits. Did not strike out anyone. Did 4 walks. Runs are pending. Right now it will be 4. It could get up to 7 depending on if Meadows is able to get out of it.
Yep, book's not closed yet.
Book is not closed at all for her yet. Take a look at the numbers on the season for Presley Meadows. .3-4 record, a 4.14 ERA and 49 complete innings pitched. Has a whip of 1.57, has 29 strikeouts, 20 walks, has surrendered 2 home runs on the season for the sophomore from Annapolis, Ohio.
And usually that's who Coach Brunson will turn to if Walt or Pratt has any trouble. Walt and Pratt have been the 1 and 2 this back half of the season, and if one of them does have one of those innings where they're having trouble getting out of it, usually it's Presley Meadows to come in and relieve them.
So we'll see if Meadows is able to get out of the jam. Its bases are still loaded here for Westminster. Started off with a Troop double, and then 3 straight walks to Jones, Anthony, and O'Brien to where we're at right now. It's Lily Jordan up to bat. Now she is 1 for 1. She hit an RBI single to bring in 2 runs. So the RBI counter up to 44 for Jordan. That leads Westminster.
First baseman, number 21, Lily Jordan.
Jordan steps into the batter's box. Meadows in the circle, and we're ready to kick start back up the game. First pitch inside for a ball. Want to know the count to Jordan. Meadows waits, fires from the belt. Up high for a ball, 2-0. Don't want Westminster to get too far ahead. But we've seen Waynesburg have a number of comebacks throughout the season. 2-0 pitch called a strike, make it a 2-1 count. That one just clips the outside zone.
You mentioned comeback, and most recently it was on Thursday against Penn State Barron. A run in the 6th, 2 runs in the 7th.
2-1 pitch, low and inside for a ball, 3-1 now the count. Here's the 3-1 from Meadows. Up high, ball 4. Jones will score on the free pass, so now it's 5-0 Westminster. Anthony to third, O'Brien to second, and Jordan on first.
Station to station.
Ava Karpa up to bat now. She singled in her last at bat, 1 for 1. First pitch called a strike right at the knees.
That's 4 walks in a row. These last 4 batters, 3 of them from Walt. And then Meadows walks the first batter she faces.
Waynesburg looking to get out of the inning. Still nobody out. This one hit out towards left field. Heitman will come in for it, and she will make the catch, tagging. And this one gets away from Corbin, and here comes Anthony, and she will score standing. Anthony took a couple steps coming home, decided to go back, but the throw was so wild and got past Corbin. There's no problem for Anthony to come home and score the 6th run for Westminster. You have O'Brien tagged on the throw home to third, and Jordan went to second, so 2 runners in scoring position for Westminster.
Yeah, that throw from Heitman in from left field just a tad bit up the first base line. And it was enough as Anthony came home to score. Like you said, she took advantage of it. She watched patiently to see where the throw was coming in at, and once she saw that it was wide, she broke for the plate.
So O'Brien on third, Jordan on second. 1-0 pitch up high for a ball, 2-0 now the count. O'Brien is on third, will get tagged to Walt if she scores. If Jordan scores, it'll be tagged to Meadows. 2-1 pitch called a strike, making now a 2-1 count. Two-one pitch swung on and missed. Now it evens it up 2-2. Ground ball to third. This one skips past the glove of Charneski. She tried grabbing it on the backstop. 1 run will score. Here comes Jordan. She will score. Now 8-0 Westminster. It's an RBI single by Sophia Ortiz. And only the second hit of the inning by Westminster.
That is really crazy when you think about it. They start the inning with the leadoff double, then 4 batters in a row walk, and then a sac fly, and then the 2 RBI single.
Showing bunt and getting it down. That one will roll foul as Corbin picks it up. Leah Taliani up to bat. Ortiz on first. Eight nothing Westminster. Count goes now 1-1 on Taliani. She is 0 for 1 today, but did reach first in her last at-bat. She reached first base on a fielder's choice. Here's the 1-1. Just a bit high. 2-1 the count. Ortiz on first. Still only 1 out here in the bottom half of the second, too, as well. Ava Karpa flew out to left field. 2-1 called a strike. That evens it up now 2-2. 267 batting average for Taliani. Here's the 2-2. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again. Westminster just needs 1 win to claim the #1 seed.
And with that, host the PAC softball tournament.
This one hit out towards right center field. Seppi and Tribble run over for it, and that's caught by Seppi for the second out of the inning.
Here comes the 9th hitter of the inning.
So we will have officially bat the whole way around the inning, around the order, unless somehow Ortiz gets called out. Sam Levac up to bat. She grounded out to Charneski at second. This one pulled down the first base side, but foul. Only a check swing there, but able to make good contact on it. Two outs. Ortiz on first. 0-1 count. This one hit into foul territory, and that one will get out of play. 0-2.
Robeck and Charneski coming over towards the Waynesburg dugout, but they run out of room. A lot more foul ground, though, here than at the Waynesburg University baseball softball complex. It's pretty narrow back at home.
0-2 pitch called a strike. First strikeout on the day for Presley Meadows. A much-needed strikeout at that. Keeps this a 8-0 game. 9 hitters bat across. Only 2 hits in the inning, if I'm correct on that there, Brett.
2 hits, 4 walks.
Not what you want to see. Only 1 girl left on base for Westminster. 5 runs. So Waynesburg will come up to bat. It'll be the 8-9-1. They still have yet to get through the batting order one time. Westminster will have completed 2 rounds through the batting order when we come back for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Troop's the only one who hasn't had a second plate appearance yet today, but she will lead off that inning. So Cassidy Trimble kicks things off. 279 batting average for her. Got to get the bats going here if you're Waynesburg.
100%. Piper has struck out the last 5 she's seen. Maybe for Waynesburg, the amount of time that Piper just spent on the bench last inning watching the run support that she got, maybe that'll affect her settling back in here in the circle. But she's almost untouchable, so it's going to be hard.
Cassidy Trimble steps in to kick off the top half of the 3rd. Cheyenne from the circle. Deals. Fastball just outside, 1-0. Really hear that Waynesburg dugout alive and well despite the 8-run deficit. 1-0 pitch, ground ball to second. O'Brien's got it. Short throw to first in time for the first out.
Not quite a strikeout like the last 5 batters.
Breaks the streak.
At least we're putting the ball in play.
Grayson Grubbs now up to bat.
Third baseman,
The number 9
Grayson
hitter.
Grubbs.
So we will get to the top of the order after Grubbs at bat.
We haven't seen Grubbs that far down in the order really at all this season. She's been kind of more like 5th, 6th. Down at 9 today, turning the order back over to Roback, her fellow corner infielder.
Grayson Grubbs from Vallant, just right down the road. So it's pretty much a homecoming for her. She's down in the count 0-2. Waynesburg has only recorded 1 base runner today, and that was a walk by Robeck. 0-2 pitch called, strike 3. Grubbs is down looking. The first strikeout on the day for Piper, where she struck someone out looking. Every other one's been a strikeout swinging. But regardless, strikeout number 6 on the day. First pitch to Riley. Robeck called a strike.
And Robeck is that 1 base runner. She led off the game with a hit by pitch, ended up getting over to second base on a ball that got away. No base runners since.
0-1 pitch. This one's popped up, and this one's going to get out of play. 0-2. I thought that was going to come and hit the top of the tip, but you really can't see.
I heard the drop behind us slightly.
I was listening to see if I could hear it like hit something, but must have got behind us. 0-2 count. Pitch just a bit outside, make it a 1-2 count. Piper has retired the last 8 batters she's faced. She's looking to make it 9 right here. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Strikeout number 7 for Cheyenne Piper. And just like that, 1, 2, 3 go down the Yellow Jackets in order. 8-0 Westminster after 2.5 complete.
Second straight inning, we've seen Piper retire the side in order. She's almost faced the minimum. Other than that Robeck leadoff hit by pitch, she's got every other batter out. Similar to what she did against Teal in one of the recent outings. A 6-inning perfect game.
Yeah, in that game against Teal, she only pitched 6 complete innings, so because of the Mercy Rule, it was a 10-0 win for Westminster. She had 8 strikeouts in that win, against Teal. Well, so far for her Piper, if you count it up, you had 2 in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 in the third. So with quick comm math, that makes it 7.
That's what I have. Doing something right.
So if the math is correct, which I hope so, Piper is 2 strikeouts away from recording 100 strikeouts on the season. Currently sitting at 98.
14-3 record this year. 2 of those losses not even in the conference. She's only lost 1 in-conference game.
First pitch found on back by Troop in a rinse and repeat method. Here, Troop led off the bottom half of the second. She leads off the bottom half of the third. Meadows with the 0-1. Fastball called a strike 0-2. Waynesburg looking to flip the script here in the bottom half of the third by not giving up a leadoff double like they have in the first 2 innings. 0-2. This one hit out towards center field. Trimble is there, and she will make the catch. 1 away here in the bottom of the third.
So for the first time today, Westminster's leadoff runner does not reach. Presley Meadows, this is the first time we'll get to see her go through the complete inning, assuming she makes it out. Got put in with runners all over the bases last inning. Morgan Walt was pulled after facing the first 4 of the second inning.
It's an 0-1 count to Faith Jones. She has scored 2 runs in both prior plate appearances. She hit a leadoff double in the bottom of the first and then walked in the second. Count now evened up at 1-1. One count, 1 out, nobody on for Westminster. 1-1, this one's found and out of play down the first base side. Meadows looking for her second strikeout of the game. Here's the 1-2. High and away for a ball, evens it up now 2 apiece.
Tyler, something interesting about these 2 teams is that they always play each other the last game of the regular season, at least the last 3 years they have.
And last year would have been at Waynesburg. This one ripped down the left field line. That's down for a base hit. Heitman's going to get to it before it gets to the wall and hold up Jones to only a single. That's a great throw there by Heitman to catch it on her backhand before it reached the wall and gun it into second base so Jones can't get second.
Yeah, Tyler, that's a long single.
It is 200 feet down the left field, down the third base line. Same down the first base line. Dead center, it is 220. It's the same exact distance as Waynesburg's field. It's 220 down center, but it's 190 down both lines instead of 200.
Westminster has its own field. Waynesburg just puts up a temporary fence over what is the baseball field.
The baseball field's not too far from campus. I mean, you can walk it. It might take you a little bit to get to it, maybe like a 5-minute walk. But the baseball field here, it's all turf, infield and outfield. It's got the big giant W Westminster Titan logo in center field. Really nice field over there.
I want to know how you're making that walk in 5 minutes.
Well, I got long legs. I can do it in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's taking me at least 15.
Well, we're also kind of at like the top of the hill, and you're kind of walking down a hill, or like a steady incline down. It's a 2-1 count to Anthony. Called a strike, so now 2-2 the count. Kylie Anthony, both in prior plate appearances, has walked and scored both times.
Yeah, so she doesn't even have an at-bat today, technically.
2-2. Ground ball to third. Backhander picked up by Kelly. Throwing to second for one. Throwing to first, not in time. Anthony will reach first base. Jones is out at second, so 2 outs.
They almost turned the inning-ending double play.
That was really close.
Good hustle from Anthony to beat it out at first. Good turn there at second with Kelly and Charneski. 6-4 put out.
First pitch called a strike to O'Brien. She is 0 for 1 in 2 plate appearances. Grounded out back to the pitcher in the first inning and then walked in the second inning. A 1 pitch called a ball. That'll even it up. 500 batting average for O'Brien. 37 RBIs. Have Anthony on first. Here's the 1-1 from Meadows. Skips down into the dirt. 2-1 now the count. Meadows set from the circle. The 2-1. Fastball called a strike right down the middle. 2-2. Got a 2-2 count, 2 outs. Runner on 8-0 Westminster in front, bottom of the third.
Meadows ended last inning with a strikeout. Gonna have to wait if she wants to do it here. That one's outside.
3-2 the count. See if Meadows can get her second strikeout of the day. Game 1 of today's doubleheader, the season finale. 3-2 pitch, ground ball, and that one's going to get behind Kelly and into left field. It's a 2-out single for Morgan O'Brien. Bring up Lily Jordan. Lily Jordan, 1 for 1 in 2 plate appearances. Hit a single in the first, came around to score. And then in the second inning, walked and came around to score.
The biggest power bat on this team. 8 home runs.
First pitch called a strike to Jordan. Brett, if you take a look down left field, there's a lake. Do you think that there's been any home runs that has made it to that lake?
It looks like it's within range.
It does look like it's in range. 0-1 pitch called a strike, 0-2.
Unlike AT&T Stadium or PNC Park, where the bodies of water are in right field, this one appeals to right-handed hitters.
You know what's cool about that lake too is there's actually a class that Westminster offers here. It's like a paddling class or like a canoeing class, and throughout the entire semester, your classes you're just canoeing on that lake.
Interesting.
I learned that one a couple years ago. I thought that was an interesting class to take. 1-2 count to Jordan. Pitch is fouled away, so we'll do it again from the count, 1-2. It's great to see that all the rain has hopefully subsided and hopefully does not show up again, even though there's clouds everywhere. 1-2 pitch. This one hit over towards second and caught on a line drive by Charneski to end the third inning. And for the first time in this game, Waynesburg is able to get out of an inning without surrendering a run. Only 2 hits in the inning and 2 left on base.
Yeah, good work from Meadows there in relief to, for the most part, shut down the Westminster order, at least shut them down the most so far today. 5 of them reached the plate, 2 of them got hits, but you walk away with a 0 in the third inning column, and I mean, that's really all you can ask for right now if you're Waynesburg. It's time to start getting some runs up on the board.
That is the least amount of at-bats that Westminster had in an inning. They had 5 hitters in the third. Back in the first, 8 of the 9 hit, and then all 9 of them were able to hit in the second. So some improvements here for Waynesburg. They still trail 8-0 as we approach the top of inning number 4. Well, they got to solve a mystery and a puzzle here, and that is what can they do to get by Cheyenne Piper, who has been stellar today. 7 strikeouts so far, has only surrendered 1 base runner, who was the first batter that she faced, and it was a hit by pitch to Riley Robeck.
And 7 of the last 8 outs she's picked up have come via the strikeout. The only one that wasn't was a Cassidy Trimble ground out to second. So she's almost untouchable right now.
Jamie Kelly steps in. An interesting thing to note here, too, about Piper is this is her 3rd straight game that she pitched. Back in the 2nd game of the 4-3 loss to Teal, she came in and pitched 2 2/3 innings in relief. After Natalie Davis got the start, then Riley Salazar pitched 1 1/3, and then Cheyenne Piper had to come in and on cleanup duty and pitch 2 2/3. 0-1 pitch swung on and missed by Kelly, now 0-2. Kelly is 0 for 1 today. She flew out to second base back in the 1st inning. Here is the 0-2. Pitch just a bit outside, 1-2 the count. Top of the 4th, nobody on, nobody out. Piper looking for strikeout number 8. Here's the 1-2. This one's popped up in foul territory. Jordan wanted to make the catch, but miscommunication between Jordan and O'Brien, and it falls right in between them.
I think Jordan just overran that one. She was headed more towards the Waynesburg dugout. The ball itself landed closer to where the first base bag is in foul territory. Sydney Wilson, our first base coach, had to get out of the way of that one.
Well, the wind is blowing. If you look at the American flag, it's blowing out. This one's line foul. Do it again, 1-2.
Keep fouling them off. Maybe you'll get one put in play here if you're Kelly. It's been hard to put them in play today against Piper.
Piper's just looked spectacular so far. No hits so far for Waynesburg. Here's the 1-2. This one's popped up, foul again. I heard that one hit behind. It sounded like it hit grass instead of concrete.
3 foul balls in a row.
Keep it going. Count remains true, 1-2.
She's just a tad bit behind on these. They're all flaring off towards the right side.
Kelly batting .392. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball, that's in there for a base hit into left field. That one skips past Helliani. Here comes Kelly into second. She's in there standing. That's a big hit by Waynesburg to get the bats going.
First hit of the day. I mean, I said it, Tyler. You keep fouling them off. Eventually, you're going to make contact with one that gets put in play. Kelly had been behind on all those fastballs from Piper, and she sees one she likes, and she puts a ground ball past third and into left field.
That ball was hit like a bullet so fast Anthony couldn't get it at third base, and then it was so fast it took a bad hop and skipped past Helliani. That's why she's on second. First pitch swung on and missed by Heitman.
And if Waynesburg wants to continue this thing past the 5th inning, they are going to have to score 1 run because the mercy rule is 8 runs after 5 innings, and it is currently 8-0 Westminster.
0-1 down low for a ball. Evens up the count 1-1. So the double by Jamie Kelly breaks up the no-hitter that Piper had going. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed by Heitman, now 1-2. See what kind of adjustments Piper's going to make here. This is only the second base runner that Waynesburg has recorded so far today. 1-2 pitch outside, now 2-2.
And it's also the furthest that our runner has made it around the stations. Second base. No one's made it to third yet. Obviously, no one's came home to score.
2-2's the count, the Piper. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Make it now 8 strikeouts on the day for Cheyenne Piper.
don't want to strain that leadoff runner. Still 2 outs to play with here. Or I guess 1 out to play with, I should say.
Tori Faust, the designated player. She struck out swinging back in her first at-bat. 0 for 1. Has Kelly on second still. First pitch swung on and missed. It's a riser. Faust batting .277. 0-1. Up high for a ball, evens up the count 1 apiece. Faust recently hit her first home run of the year back on Thursday against Penn State Barron. Has 11 RBIs.
Became the 5th Yellow Jacket 2-homer this season, and if you look at the lineup, all of them are in the top 5 in the order.
Here's the 1-1, swung on and missed for a strike. 1-2. Corbin is on deck here for Waynesburg. Barring any type of double play, she will come up to bat here in the 4th. 8-0 Westminster. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Make it now strikeout number 9 for Cheyenne Piper and number 100 on the season. Big milestone for Cheyenne Piper in the strikeout category.
And she doesn't appear to be phased at all by the leadoff runner reaching second. Just back to business, 2 straight strikeouts.
First pitch to Corbin, swung on and missed for a strike, 0-1. Making the Waynesburg bats look silly. She wants the double-digit strikeouts. She's at 9. 0-1. Called a strike, 0-2. Kelly still on second. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Braylee Corbin, she struck out swinging her first at-bat. Here's the 0-2. This one's popped up, and this one's going to get foul. Hard not to hear that one.
Yeah, the feed here on WCYJ-FM might have been able to pick that one up. A loud thud.
Sounded like that one hit the bleachers. 0-2's the count to Corbin. Here's the 0-2. Riser outside for a ball, 1-2.
Corbin's tied for second in the conference in home runs. A home run would go a long way here.
Here's the 1-2. Popped up, and this one's going to get out of play as well. Staying alive.
And that's what Kelly did. That's the approach she had during her at-bat. She fouled off 3 in a row. Ended up reaching second. Let's see if Corbin can put one in play here.
Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3. 10th strikeout for Cheyenne Piper. And only the second strikeout that she has. Where it went down looking. But you let off with a double by Kelly and then 3 straight strikeouts by Piper.
Unfazed. Similar to the first thing, Riley Robeck gets hit by a pitch, ends up stealing a base. Then she struck out the 2 after that as well.
So Westminster will come up to bat. It's Ava Carpa, Sophia Ortiz, and Leah Taliani in the bottom half of the 4th. Again, with that mercy roll. Waynesburg's got to at least get 1 run and not give up any here in the bottom of the 4th to be able to continue this game into the 6th. It's 8 after 5, but since Waynesburg's the away team, could end after the top half of the 5th. Meadows still out in the circle. Has really done a great job. She only surrendered that 1 run. Only gave up the 1 walk, only a couple hits. Not too bad of an outing so far for Meadows.
Depending on what happens in game 2, Meadows could be called upon as well. Not sure who Waynesburg's going to start. We could see Emily Pratt. Autumn Stemple always potentially a starter, although all of her starts have came 10 to 14 days apart, and it hasn't been quite that many days since she last started. But depending on if the Waynesburg starter gets in trouble in Game 2, Coach Brunson could turn back to Meadows once again.
Ava Karpa steps in to kick things off for the bottom half of the fourth. Here's the first pitch. Fastball called a strike. Eight nothing Westminster. Still only game one. Count now evened up 1-1.
Expecting Game 2 to get underway around 3-ish. 2:05 p.m. right now.
Never know if this game ends up ending at the top of the fifth. It could be pushed up.
I thought that hit her.
It honestly looked like it did. It came so far inside.
It looked like it bounced and then hit her in the shoelace, but
maybe Carpenter is trying to hide that so she can continue the at-bat. Because, I mean, I remember when I used to play baseball, it always sucked to get first base when you got hit. This one ripped into center field. Trimble's under it, and she's able to make the catch out towards left center field.
Trimble does a good job of covering all grounds possible out there. I mean, she's kind of like the ball hawk in center field. Anything that's out there, she's going to go track it down, ranging over to left center to grab that one.
And you can really see how deep Trimble is playing out in center field. She's almost to the fence. First pitch swung on and missed by Ortiz, 0-1.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember on, was it Tuesday or Wednesday, our production against St. Vincent, when I was the camera out there in center field, and she was almost blocking the plate a couple times because of where she was positioned. You directed that game.
Yes, and then you did game two when I was on the call with the guy who's in studio right now, Joe Cirillo. Special thanks for him for stepping in. Julius Darling will be in studio for game two of today's doubleheader. Brett Gambita will have your play-by-play duties with that. Count 1-2 to Ortiz. Ortiz hit an RBI single in the first inning and then another single in the second, so that's a two day for her. 1-2, just got a piece of it. It was an awkward swing by Ortiz as that pitch was coming outside, and it looked like it came back and clipped the home plate umpire.
The Ortiz stepped out of the box there for a minute. As that one got away, Corbin up out of her squat, but looks like we're ready here now.
1-2 the count. Meadows comes set, fires. This one found on back to the backstop. Westminster just doesn't go away when it comes to hitting. There's only one strikeout that Waynesburg was able to record. And when you look at Waynesburg pitching all season long in their strikeouts per 7, average 4.56. Nobody on, one out. Here's the 1-2. Just misses off the outside corner. Right, you can't believe it. You got the strike symbol ready to go. You're still holding it.
Waynesburg infield couldn't believe we could hear him from here. They thought it was strike 3.
Now the count is evened up at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Fouled on back. Ortiz just staying alive. Great at bat here so far by Sophia Ortiz. Meadows kicks and fires. Inside for a ball, 3-2 the count. 8-0 Westminster, bottom of the fourth, one out. Nobody on. From the stretch. Ground ball, this one's fair. Over to Kelly at short, throwing to first in time. And what was a great at-bat by Sophia Ortiz ends up in a ground out to short.
Yeah, the longer that at-bat went, it looked like Meadows had the advantage. Couldn't quite get the called strike 3, but she battles back after a couple of foul balls and gets the 6-3 ground out.
So that'll bring up Leah Taliani.
Well, Tyler, we talked before we went on air. We said, should we keep tabs on the NFL draft while this game's going on? Kyle Lewis finally got picked, the Pitt linebacker. He's going to Miami.
Has the Steelers picked yet at all?
Yeah, they picked a receiver from Iowa. So a couple of Iowa guys last 2 days. They picked Jennings Dunker yesterday, the guard.
2-0 the count to Taliani. 0 for 2 today, but reached on a fielder's choice in the first, then flew out to right field in her last at-bat. Here's the 2-0. Inside, Taliani had to take a step back, make sure that one didn't hit her. 3-0 the count.
I'm going to be checking here in a minute to see if any players from the Whippeal have been selected yet. It's been 10 rounds since the last Whippeal player coming into today.
3-0 pitch. Just inside, a 4-pitch walk surrendered by Meadows. Puts a runner aboard for Westminster, Sam Levick up to bat. Is there any WPIAL guys that are in the running to be drafted?
Eli Heidenreich, the Navy all-around player, running back, whatever you want to call him, he might go today. Jaden Duggar played at Penn Hills, he might go. Khalil Dinkins, tight end, Penn State, North Allegheny. There's a couple.
One-zero count to Levick. This one hit out towards left field. Heitman wanes back for it and will make the catch.
Nice over-the-shoulder grab. Had to run a long way for that one. I thought that one was gone when it first got hit.
And just the sound it made off the bat, you immediately thought, oh, this one's going far. Thought maybe it could reach that lake, but no, it stays in the ballpark, and Heitman catches it right in front of the wall for that third out. Meadows only surrenders that one walk, leaves one girl on base, zeros across the rest of the board. 8-0 here in the top half of the fifth. Waynesburg needs at least one to keep the game going. Again, we'll have coverage for Game 2 right here on WCYJ-FM. Brett Gambita will be on the call for that. I will be joining him. And then in studio will be Julia Starling. But Cheyenne Piper, the story so far for Westminster, 10 strikeouts.
One hit.
One hit. Only 2 base runners given up. Couldn't ask for a better outing here so far from the sophomore star.
Looking to end it right here.
Bryn Charneski will kick things off for Waynesburg. Again, Waynesburg needs 1 run.
Baseman, number 00, Bryn Charneski.
Bryn Charneski struck out swinging. Back in the second. First pitch down low for a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, hit out towards left field. Taliani will give chase for it, and that one will get down. Levick picks it up as it gets to the wall, and a leadoff double for Bryn Charneski.
So the second hit of the game for Waynesburg. In 3 of the 5 innings, they have had the leadoff runner reach. They just don't have anything to show for it in the run column. Because if you visit the at-bats that took place after those leadoff runners reached, and it's just been strikeout, strikeout, strikeout from Cheyenne Piper. But maybe this time around here in the top of the 5th, it'll be different, and Waynesburg will get what they need to continue this game.
Lauren Seppi up to bat. She shows bunt. She gets it down and goes back to the pitcher. And Piper gets the force out on the sacrifice bunt, but does the job to perfection as Charneski over on third base.
Charneski becomes the first Waynesburg runner to reach third today.
And Waynesburg has been unable to record a single today. Both of their hits have been doubles.
I didn't even see that.
This one hit. That's out for a base hit.
There's your single.
This game is not over. Waynesburg able to get their first run across the board. It's an RBI single by Cassidy Trimble. Make it 8-1.
Trimble made solid contact the last time she was up in the third. Just hit it right to where the second baseman O'Brien was playing. This time she gets ahead of it and she puts one into the gap between third and short and into left field.
Grayson Grubbs, first pitch fouled on, out of play, 0-1. I would like to get some credit with the announcer jinx there because I just talked about both the Waynesburg hits being doubles and there's been no singles so far, and right there is our first single of the game for Waynesburg. 0-1. Called a strike. Now 0-2 the count to Grubbs. She struck out looking back in the third inning and her second at bat. Here's the 0-2, swung on and missed. Grubbs is retired via the strikeout for the second time today. Now 11 strikeouts for Cheyenne Piper.
So a slight hiccup there from Piper, but she's able to bounce back after allowing the RBI single, pick up her 11th strikeout, pick up the second out here in the top of the fifth, and it's now back to the top of the order.
Riley Rubick up to bat. She got hit by a pitch in her first plate appearance and then struck out in her second. 1-0 is the count. Piper steps in, fires down the 1-0. This one popped up in foul territory, and Jordan able to make the catch in foul territory for the third out of the inning. Waynesburg gets that run, though. They needed it desperately to keep this game going. It's now 8-1 after 5.5 complete. That's one run, one hit, or two hits, excuse me. One run, one girl left on base, excuse me. Getting ahead of myself. But still, the door is open for Westminster. They just need to score that one run, and this game will be over due to the mercy rule. So Waynesburg's been able to shut Westminster out in the last 2 innings, looking to do so here again.
Correct me if I'm wrong too, Tyler, but I think Troop is leading off again for the third time in 5 innings.
I also have that as well, so you can't make this up. It's just been copy and paste from this Westminster offense.
The 9-hitter gets to lead off in the second, the third, and here coming up in the fifth.
Meadows has only given up 1 run so far. It's been stellar ever since.
Yeah,
Troop will kick things off.
She inherited those runners that Morgan Walt had walked and left on base. But yeah, only the 1 run charge to Meadows.
Yeah, so Walt gets charged for 7 runs. Meadows only gets charged for the 1. Troop steps in, first pitch. Called a strike. Oh, and 1 pitch, this one hit and caught by Kelly. She leaped up a little bit to get to it and makes that catch. That was a sharp line drive to short. And Kelly goes, not in my house. I want the first out of the inning. And she does just that.
The reaction time, the quickness to get the glove up, that's what you want to see right there. Great job by Jamie Kelly.
Faith Jones up the bat, leading off for Westminster. She grounds this one over to third base. This one hits off a Grubb, skips away. And Jones will get to first base. So all 4 of her at-bats, she has reached first base.
That one was hit pretty slow for a minute. It looked like Kelly was going to be the one to field it, but Grubbs charges in from third over to her left a little bit. I think if she lets that one roll to Kelly, it's a base hit either way. It's an infield single. Unfortunately, it gets charged, though, as an 5.
Showing bunt is Anthony. She pulls back and for a ball. So that's the first error of the day by Waynesburg. (8-1) bottom of the 5th. 1-0 pitch down low in the dirt again. 2-0 the count now. Westminster just needs one run to end the game. 2-0 pitch. This one ground ball. Grubbs got it. Short throw to second for one. No throw on to first. 2 outs. Now here in the 5th. Much needed.
Yeah, Grubbs bounces back there. She gets the lead runner. Gets the ball on one hop, throws it over to Charneski, covering at second.
Morgan O'Brien.
So for the second time today, Anthony reaches first base on a fielder's choice. This one hit out towards right field. Coming in and making the catch is Lauren Seppi for the 3rd out of the inning. Only one girl left on base in the inning. One error was made. That's the 2nd inning so far today where Waynesburg has not given up a hit.
Meadows has settled in pretty nicely here these last 3 innings. She came in, it was a little bit rocky. She inherited those runners from Walt, allowed the 1 run, but 3 straight innings of scoreless ball from Presley Meadows in the circle.
So a great outing here so far. Turn the lineup card over to the Waynesburg side. It's going to be Jamie Kelly, Mesa Heitman, and Tori Faust, the 2-3-4 hitters, to kick things off for the Yellow Jackets. Opportunity here to put up some more runs. Just the story so far for Westminster. It's been all Cheyenne Piper, 11 strikeouts today. Looking to keep on adding more.
Leading off the top of the 6th inning, shortstop number 55.
Jamie Kelly steps in. She hit a double back in her last at-bat. First pitch, riser high and away for a ball, 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed for a strike, 1-1 the count.
Kelly was able to hang in there the last time back in the 4th inning, foul off a couple pitches, and then found herself on second with the double. We'll see if she can win this battle here against Piper.
Here's the 1-1. Foul on back, now 1-2. The most amount of strikeouts that Piper has recorded in a game this season has been 13, and it was just 10 days ago. She recorded 13 strikeouts in a win against Franciscan. She only pitched 5 complete innings.
So 13 of the 15 she faced.
1-2 pitch called a strike. Make it now number 12, so almost at that season high mark. 1 away here in the 6th. She has recorded 12 strikeouts 1 time this season, and that was in a loss to Otterburn, one of the spring games.
2 of her losses were in those spring games back in early March in Florida, I do believe. Only 1 loss in the conference for Piper. It was against Bethany.
Yeah, she only pitched 3 2/3 of an inning in that game, too, as well. 0-1 pitch called a strike, now 0-2. Piper looking to match that season high mark.
And both of these teams come from great pitching foundations. You're looking at the last 4 PAC championships right now.
0-2 pitch, outside for a ball, 1-2.
And a lot of that was because of that strong pitching.
This was a rematch of last year's championship game. Westminster and Waynesburg played each other 3 times in the PAC tournament last year. Westminster won the first one.
2 years ago.
Or 2 years ago, excuse me. But Westminster won that first one and then met in the championship. Westminster had to win 1. Waynesburg had to win 2 to claim the PAC championship. Waynesburg won that first one, but then Westminster won the second one and claimed their third PAC title. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Make it now a season high match, 13 strikeouts for Cheyenne Piper.
And we're not going to see Tori Faust here. We're going to see a pinch hitter. Bella DeMark is coming up to bat in that designated player spot. Recently, we've been seeing Lauren Seppi start game 1 in right field, and then game 2 has typically been Bella DeMark out there. We'll see if that continues in game 2, which is coming up here in half hour-ish after this one.
Depends on whenever the end of this game is. It could end here in the bottom half of the 6th if Westminster scores one run, or we go to the top half of the 7th. Bella DeMark up to bat. .225 batting average for her. Has a homer. She watches the first pitch go high for a ball. Here's the 1-0. Right down the middle, calling a strike. Evens up the count 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 6th, 8-1 Westminster. 1-1 swung on and missed for a strike. 1-2 now to DeMark. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just misses the outside of the plate. Evens up the count now 2-2. Piper deals the 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Now a season high for her. 14 strikeouts. She strikes out the sign for the second time today. And now Westminster comes in to bat here in the bottom of the 6th, only needing 1 run to end this one.
Other than the 5th inning, in which she only had 1 strikeout, she's had 2 or 3 in innings 1 through 4 and inning 6. Dominant performance, Cheyenne Piper. That ERA might go down. It's already 1.85. Could go down even further today.
Just a spectacular outing so far today by Cheyenne Piper, who coming into today, she had 15 starts and 22 games played, 14-3 record. Just look at all the numbers by Cheyenne Piper. Spectacular what she's been able to do in just her sophomore season. Corbin throws down to second, and we are ready to go for bottom of the 6th.
And all Westminster needs here is the 1 to put the game away.
Well, they got the 4, 5, 6, the heart of the batting order. Lily Jordan, Ava Karpa, and Sophia Ortiz up the bat.
I had a realization in about the 2nd or 3rd inning. I forgot to bring a second scorecard.
Oh, no.
So I think what I'm going to do is that you see the one I have right now. You
Yeah.
have the same one. I'm just going to keep track in innings 8 through 14.
You know, I was thinking about the scorecards earlier in the week because when I left campus on Wednesday, I'm like, I got to make sure I grab 2 scorecards before I leave, or else I'd be cooked. 1-0 pitch. This one hit out towards center field. No problem though for Trimble.
Yeah, other than stepping back 1 or 2 steps, didn't really have to move for that one. Right where she was playing.
Brings up Ava Karpa. 2 for 3 today. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 17, Ava Karpa.
First pitch, called a strike.
What do you think about the walk-up song?
It's a great walk-up song.
The baby.
See the guy right in front of us here in the middle of the table who's got Spotify opened up. Oh, 1 pitch down low to the dirt. 1-1. did appeal down to first base. Say that she did not go. It's a late appeal there by Corbin. But the count's still 1-1. One out, nobody on. There's the 1-1 from Meadows. Inside for a ball, 2-1 the count.
I thought that one was going to catch a piece of Carpa for a minute. She kind of backs out of the way there. Yeah, we're kind of elevated where we're set up right now, Tyler. About, I think they said 16 inches off the ground.
Really?
In the second row of a tent setup, there's 2 tables in front of us. We have a table.
But we're on a platform. 2-2 pitch, called strike 3. Big strikeout there by Presley Meadows. That's her second strikeout of the day, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, unless Westminster has some magic happen, this one is going to go 7. Down to their last 2 outs. I mean, Meadows has really settled in here on the mound.
First pitch called a strike to Ortiz. Remember back in her last at-bat, she had that really long at-bat that went to a full count and then resulted in a ground out to Jamie Kelly at shortstop.
This is a good sign for Waynesburg to have kind of your number 3 or your number 4 pitcher in Meadows. It looks like she's on right now, and that's what you want to see going into the PAC tournament here next week. You need any pitching depth you can get behind your number 1 and 2.
0-2 count. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Presley Meadows. She's on it today. 3rd strikeout of the day, and for the first time all game, the side is retired.
Wow, first 1-2-3 inning of the day. That's correct.
What a day Presley Meadows has had ever since coming into the game in the 2nd.
But Cheyenne Piper just has to do it one more time, and Westminster's walking out of here with a W.
And that number 1 seed.
Which means they get to host the PAC tournament next Thursday.
It's a great facility here, too. Piper will have to get through part of the heart of the lineup here for Waynesburg. She's got a pitch to Braylee Corbin, Bryn Charneski, and Lauren Seppi.
Tyler, there is 100,000 people right now watching the NASCAR live feed on YouTube. It is Cletus McFarland's in-car camera of the ARCA Series race.
Mm-hmm.
There's less than 10 laps to go, and Cletus, he's a star on YouTube. He's not really much of a NASCAR driver, but he's up there with the competitors right now, and he might win his first career race.
Wow.
That would be something.
From his POV camera? That's really cool.
Off the top of the 7th inning, catcher number 17, Braylee Corbin.
Braylee Corbin steps up the bat, kick things off here in the top half of the 7th. First pitch is a short pop-up and an easy catch for Lily Jordan at first, 1 away. Brett, don't let the scoreboard deceive you, but it currently says we're in the 9th inning. We're only in the 7th.
Number 00,
We are only in the 7th.
Well,
I think they're trying to work on it right here.
Braden Charneski up the bat. First pitch, ground ball to second. O'Brien to Jordan, 2 away. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
And it says 7th inning now. And now we're only 1 out away from the end of the ball game. Lauren Seppi had the sack bunt back in the 5th.
right fielder, number 42, Lauren Seppi.
Lauren Seppi up the bat. First pitch swung on and missed for a strike, 0-1 the count. Seppi struck out in the 2nd inning and then had a sacrifice bunt in the 5th. 0-1. Fouled on back, 0-2. Puts Waynesburg down to their final strike. What does Piper got in her? She only needs 1 more strike. 0-2 pitch. Just outside, 1-2.
A little bit off the plate. Almost, though, almost. Looking for strikeout 15.
Already at a season high. Can she make it 15? Fouled on back by Seppi. Will do it again.
And if Seppi does put one in play and it ends up being the third out, it would be the only inning where she didn't at least strike out one batter.
Well, here's the 1-2. Fouled on back again as the sun has come out. Hello, Mr. Sun. Good to see ya. Oh, it just went away. That's unfortunate. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 15 strikeouts for Cheyenne Piper. The story today, and this game is over. Westminster takes it 8-1 here in this game, and what an outing it has been.
Only 3 hits for the Waynesburg lineup. Not going to win games when you can only pick up 3. They started to come alive in the middle innings there, the 4th, the 5th. They get the run in the 5th to continue the game. Hopefully some of those mid-game to late-game at-bats, they'll use that and carry that over into Game 2 and hopefully start off on a higher note, too. You want to put runs up early.
So your final line is 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on base by Waynesburg. On the other side for Westminster, it is 8 runs, 8 hits, 0 errors, 7 left on base. Piper gets the win. She goes up to 15-3. Walt will get the loss, and the undefeated streak or record is over. Now a 9-1 record in a game that just went about an hour and a half long. But Game 2 of today's doubleheader is supposed to start here in about a half hour. Probably will start a couple minutes after 3 o'clock is my best guess. But Brett, any final thoughts?
Hopefully Waynesburg is able to get some more runners aboard. Hopefully they can touch whoever Westminster throws in the second game. Piper, one of the best pitchers in the conference. We knew she was going to be we knew the Waynesburg lineup was going to have trouble with her coming into this one, and that's exactly how it was. It was a great outing for Piper, but Waynesburg, hopefully they can take the second game of this doubleheader.
3 hits and 15 strikeouts for Cheyenne Piper. The sophomore does it all. The big story for Westminster, as we'll have about a half-hour break or so. Come back for Game 2, today's doubleheader. Brett Gambita will have play-by-play, and Jolie Starling will be in studio. But for now, Westminster wins this one 8-1 over Waynesburg. Sending it back to Joe Shirello in studio. Joe, take it away.